Check, check. Hey, yo, it's your boy Caleko, and you should be hearing me all right through the camera. So, yeah, you can hear me somewhat. At least according to this, it's bouncing, and that wasn't happening before. So it doesn't appear as anybody's in here right now. They're probably unhappy with seeing my stuff bounce around. But you should be able to hear me. Say hi. Oh, one person in and then one person out. That's not good. I wonder if the stream view is going very well. I mean, that video a little while ago, that was a long time. That was like 10 minutes or something. And I messed with it for a long time after that. But I actually need to delete that. But I got everything else fixed, I do believe. So go ahead and say hi. Let me get rid of that video out of my... That's what I'm trying to do right now. I'm working on my phone trying to get rid of the testing and all the other videos that were there. Delete from YouTube. Delete from YouTube. Delete from YouTube. And this video is not actually going to be very long. It's going to be a little while, but it's not going to be as long as some of my other videos, pretty much because I have other things that I need to do for family members and stuff like that. So, all right, all that stuff is now deleted from YouTube according to my phone. So it says I've had a couple of people here and nobody said hi. There we go. Robert Bradford, loud and clear. Welcome back. Only have a couple minutes on break left. Sorry, you only have a couple minutes on break left, Robert. I'm going to be showing some super cool stuff I've been working on, like that super cool fire agate. Oop. Nice inverted color with some purples and some other stuff going on there. So I have some cut stones I'm going to be releasing rather inexpensively. I have some plans in the works that I need some funding for. I have a semi-professional photographer that's going to be working with me to help me make a couple of my ideas an absolute reality. And I'm hoping to get everything done in like a 6-month time frame. Yet at the same time, inside of that 6-month time frame, it's always been going from one survival state to another. I am in a place where survival is inexpensive on the whole rent aspect, but nothing's going properly, and I have not been making the money I was supposed to be making. I did not get the job I was supposed to be getting. And now I'm doing handyman work at a resort where I'm getting paid like $10 an hour less than I should be getting paid. And I'm only getting not very 10 hours a week. Like that's what I'm getting because of being able to get to the place. So it's all that stuff I got to change it big time. But I'm where I'm at thanks to the help of people that I didn't know I had in my corner so much. Didn't understand that I had the amounts of family out there that I do, and the amount of people that would help me not flop ridiculously and make sure I could get to a safe place, which is where I am now. And I've tried to edit some videos, but I didn't get enough good video of the people that really helped me get here. I was too busy hanging out with those people and interacting with those people and living with those people to be sticking a camera in our faces. I really just, I feel that, you know, if you have somebody filming all the time, it sort of might go in the background. But if you're filming what you're doing with people all the time, I feel like it sort of has a change on the effect of what's going on in the interactions for sure. You know what I mean? Anyways, Robert Bradford, of all the 6 or 7 people that have stopped in and peeked their heads in, you're the only one to have said anything. Other people should say some stuff too. So I recently did some work on some Mexican fire agate, and I have some of that stuff here in my hands, and I have some of the other stuff that I've previously cut and carved. And I am going to be releasing some of this stuff relatively inexpensively. I'm not sure whether I should just do some like auctions for stones and start them at like $100 with the information that's there and stuff like that, or if maybe I should do like a blanket random draw showing stones and what you can get in each package, and then make each package like $200 or something like that, like the minimum of what, you know, something that has the amount of time these do tend to have in them should sell for. That's one really cool one. I got this other really cool one right. This is a really cool one. All these ones are in some way or some fashion really cool. The purples on this one are so dark that they're almost hard to pick up, and then the blues don't want to quite pick up as much as the greens do. These stones are going to be coming out in a video here in the future too. These are Mexican fire agate. I have a group of videos that is built around these Mexican fire agate. Oh, I dropped it. These Mexican fire agate and the cutting and carving of them. I have a bunch of information that's going to be made public. Now, this one's really cool, and I question whether I'm really done with it. You can see that really unique pink flash that it has there. I really worked my butt off because this is what they would like to consider ghost fire. You hear carvers talking about ghost fire. I don't really believe in ghost fire. I believe in really thin color bars. That's what I found to be more true than necessarily ghost fire. But catching those really thin color bars is really, really difficult. And all of these color bars in this one tended to be really thin. And so capturing them was laborious. Gosh, I can't hold on to this stone. Now, yeah, I got some other information I won't even talk about in this video because I'm going to be producing some other videos coming out soon. So yeah, if you want some finished stones, now is a really great time to buy. I'd like to sell, you know, a few 10 stones that are actually finished, that are nice stones you can be proud of. Let's see. Now this one is an absolute banger right here. And I'm broke as fuck right now. We are all, Jimmy. We are all BROKE. Faux show. So this one came out like an absolute banger. I will have a full video on the carve of this one. I have hours of video on this one stone being carved, but the camera does the most justice to the blues and the purples. It really does. The camera does better justice to the blues and the purples even than the naked eye does. The naked eye is like, hey, I can see blue and purple, but it's sort of dark and almost has like that black opalish aspect to it. Sort of steals the light. The purple does. Purple really steals the light. I like leaving some green on them just at a fire agate lights up from across the room. I will be working on something like that soon, possibly. It sort of depends on where things go from this point. in an area of security and all that sort of stuff, but I'm not really in the financial ability to just go traipsing around the country and digging for gems and minerals at places where it's going to cost to get from point A and point B and stuff like that. I'm definitely not there yet. At the same time, I have lots of business ideas, and I have lots of video ideas, and everything right now is, like you said, everybody's sort of BRAF. This one's really fantastic. It's the best negative I probably have, for sure. That's not even a question. So this came from Mexico. I've got some bunch of video of me carving this one too. These videos are going to be coming out in the future. It takes a little while for them to pop out. But in order for me to get all the way across the country, man, I tell you what, I had to beg and borrow pretty much to make it where I was going, get where I'm at. And then after I got here, nothing has gone according to plan at all. And so that's where I am right now. But I do also believe that everything's fixable. I just got to find my angle. Like, I have a place I'm making a little bit of money at right now, but it's only enough to survive. It's not going to fix anything. And I have plenty of beautiful stones and rocks that I can sell that have a value of much greater than what I necessarily need to get for them right now. I also have a whole bunch of rough and such, but in all honesty, I don't really want to put the rough out because I want to carve it, and I have other plans that I can't disclose yet that I'm in the middle of the works of, that I put lots of work into. Part of the reason you don't see videos all the time is I'm putting a lot of work into a few other things, and I don't have time to be worrying about the video aspect. It's super, super laborious. The internet in general has never really liked me for like having tons of views on any videos. I've seen, people that have done videos similar to mine, and they'll have a couple of million views on one video and stuff like that. Like, none of my stuff has ever done that. We'll see horrible DJ mixes with like millions of views. Me and my wife some years ago did this Sick Decisions video mix of drum and bass, and it's just absolutely phenomenal. Like, it stands up today. It's fantastic. It's nasty. Yet it's got like 19,000 views, and out of those 19,000 views, it's got 2 comments. Like, it's so I'm going to be putting out a lot more information here soon. I have a lot of stones I'm going to be putting on the market, and I'm going to be selling. Like I said, I'm thinking about, putting up stones that are worth like, from $600 to $1,000 a piece, and then maybe doing a random draw at $200, or possibly doing a singular purchase. Here's a question for you. There's only been a couple of people in here. I'm not in Arizona. No, Jimmy Scott. I am in Missouri at the moment. And for the inexpensive place to park, that's for sure. Look at the pink in this one, though, man. The pink in this thing is freaking phenomenal. I probably touched it, so it's not shining as good. That's one thing about touching the front of the stone and then showing it up to the camera. It'll mess with that beautiful gloss I got going on it. So yeah, digging ability is all about like living in the right area and having the money to go out and do that. And I've been talking to a very big person in the mining community, and we are talking about getting together and doing a business together, but that's slow going on that communication. That communication does not go near as fast as I would like it to, but it is what it is, and I think it might be a seriously amazing opportunity, so I can't expect it all to go really fast. This thing looks so great up front, up eye to eye. This is one of those ones that has a little bit of a brown on the edge, and from angles you really get the flash, and then from other angles you just get sort of glare and a little bit of brown too. But that hot pink is so in there. It's crazy, man. So it says we've had like 3 people in here. I've only had a few questions. Anybody else got any other questions they want to ask? Auctions are good, but for those that don't know as much about the stones, it makes it hard for them to bid against those that do. You know, that's a very good point, Robert. Maybe I should auction each stone off in like a short video, and then I can post it up and I can give the actual information and my value estimation, and then like a minimum bid price, you know. Money's more important than rocks right now. I can carve a lot more. I know more about fire agate than I've ever known before. I've been doing crazy amounts of research and cutting, and I'm ready for everything to change on that one. I need some finances to happen, and I know there's lots of finances in the world, so I just need to be able to pluck some of those out. I've tried the whole getting the 9 to 5 and living in the regular world lifestyle thing. And in general, I keep being kicked to the curb, and I definitely get generally ostracized because I'm an adventure, obnoxious personality, boisterous lifestyle, not trying to sit at a Wendy's for the rest of my life and do flipping burgers jobs or anything like that, man. I'm definitely trying to either build something or be a part of something, or you know what I mean? Like that's the idea, and always going too, always on to the next adventure. In this place I'm at right now, it's absolutely beautiful. My cats love it. Like Felix is in heaven with how he gets to hunt and stuff like that. And I found opportunities out in this area. At the same time, if I take this opportunity up with somebody else, I'm probably going to be heading towards Nevada. But we'll see. It's just been talk and slow talk over a long period of time. So we'll see what even happens with that one. I think Jimmy Scott asked, what is the most expensive color of fire? Now, true dead red, not orangey red, not coppery background red, like neon flash red, like the red I have in that 5-minute stone. That red poking through the green and the red on the sides of it, that's the kind of red that is like truly the most valuable. Now, the reason is because when you're on the naked eye, the blue and the purple don't show up unless there's lighting. Like they just don't show up unless there's lighting. And neon green is the most undervalued because it should be probably the second highest valued, even though it's the most seen. See, the reason it's the most seen is because of the way that the light interacts and interferes, and you get this neon metallic green, and it's that metallic green that's the brightest color of all of them. It's so bright that there can barely be any light outside, and it can be super shady, and you show somebody one of these greens and it just blinds them from a distance. Like they can definitely see, you know, that it's there and that it's flashing hardcore and stuff like that. Now, a perfect red will do the same thing, but there's tons of stones out there where the carvers are acting as if they're red and they're not red. They're like carnelian, or which there is carnelian inside of fire agate, or they are an orangish red because they still have a yellow on top, or they have a metallic bronze background behind the red and on top of another color. So from one angle you get sort of a red, and from the rest of the angles you either get brown or bright or orange or something like that. Those aren't the truly valuable reds. Like it has to be a bang red. And that's one of the reasons that I really like to, like, here's a purple one from a distance. Like on the camera, it looks way better from a distance than it does. I mean, with this light, it looks great. But if there's not this bright light, then it's harder to distinguish those purples and stuff like that because they tend to steal the light. So red is the proper answer, and red is also the most elusive because it's the hardest one to capture without screwing up. It's the one that doesn't tend to not have a copper background. It's more rare, I've seen, to have it go red green or green red, and when you catch them like that without a copper or a brown line in between them, like that's really where you get a lot of magical stones and stuff like that. And the other thing is there's not enough respect given to stones that have multiple layers of color but look like they're sort of one continuous layer. They don't have any reflective value because the way that fire agate works is the light comes in, right, and it bounces off of it, and it has this, because of the amount of iron in it, has this sort of special reflective value mixed with the agate to where it shines at all angles, almost like the way you see lens flares coming off of the sun and stuff like that. Like that's, if you imagine it like that, the reflectiveness of that makes it to where some colors don't show up as brightly, and the light will interfere, and it will end up making it to where your photoreceptors inside of your brain basically be white instead of any of the other color that might be there. And that'll have a lot to do with like angles and stuff like that, but it's all about the way the light's interfering with your eyes. Green and red, hands down, are the best colors inside of fire agate. Blue and purple for the camera are the easiest to capture because you will have these guys that have this neon looking blue or purple on the camera, and you'll see that stone in person, and that stone will look like brown and stuff like that. It really will. This purple stone I have here, this one's the best purple stone I have. All the other purple stones I have, they're not shaped quite as well. And the shaping of it really is a big deal with contradicting how bright it's going to actually be from all angles. Like the other best purple stone I have is a Slaughter Mountain stone, but it was windowed and it was tumbled. And since it was tumbled and windowed, it doesn't have this kind of definition in it. And because it doesn't have that definition, like from a couple of angles, it flashes majorly. From a bunch of other angles, the light just slides off of it. It doesn't give it that full spectrum bouncing off of it. Like you can see these singular points of flash right there, and then you're getting the rest of the purple coming off of it because of that really nice shape. Anyways, I just went on a dissertation about it. But I mean, that has to do with how some things show up. Like I was talking about the way that the light bounces off of it. So one of the things that happens with this stuff is that the light will go to bounce off of it, and it will get trapped on the layer that's above it. So unlike opals, where opals, the light goes into the stone and then it bounces around off of the microscopic cellular structure and then bounces outside of the stone, and that's how you see it. With fire agate, it's reflective, it's not refractive, so it's bouncing off of it. And rarely do we have the kind of color inside of fire agate that's like jellyish, and the light will go in it, bounce off of other colors, and then come back out and still be representing true colors. A lot of times what happens is you'll end up getting dark spots that they look like dark spots, but they're not. It's just that the light goes in and then the light doesn't come back out because it's getting trapped, and then you have to remove almost that whole layer. And then so once you remove that whole layer, then you'll see the color that's beneath it. I've been doing a lot of research on this stuff, and understanding has made it to where these are the stones I'm producing now that came out of some rough fire agate that I got from Mexico, which I'm really unhappy with, and you'll be seeing a video on that later. But I mean, these are 5 stones of what I got out of that stuff, and they're polished and ready to go, and they're definitely worth much more than what I paid. So it's not as if the value's not there. It's more that they're just ruining a lot of stuff by the way that they're windowing it. So videos and essays to be written later, basically. Sounds like I only got one person here in my gabbing dissertation on fire agate. Sort of lost everybody. The best idea to come out of this live stream is the idea of doing 1-minute auctions, or not 1-minute auctions, but short videos that will give the information that you need and highlight the stone. And then I guess we'll let them bid on those auctions themselves. I think that's the plan. And if you're a part of those Facebook groups, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. Just let me do my thing. If you love me, you're with me. If you're not, why does it matter anyways? One person here. I love you for watching, one person, and everybody else that checks out this video later. It's about 25 minutes long. I didn't want it to be too long, and I also wanted to test because, believe it or not, I'm tethered to my iPhone. I am live streaming through my computer using my camera, the stuff that I haven't sold to get across the country. Buy rocks, baby. And a lot of my sales, and I wanted to see how this was going to go. And so now I figured it out. I got it set up. I shot some video. I did this live stream, and now I can produce it and see how it looks later. And let's hope it looks really good. Lots of content is going to be coming out. It's definitely going to be more stones and rock related and gemstone related here soon. Auctions coming extremely soon, so you can bid on some of this stuff. There'll be an ending time in the auctions descriptions and stuff like that. And all these sales are going to be personal and through like PayPal or bank account with personal guarantees by me, because that's the best guarantee I can give you right now. I had some bad situations mess up all of my credit cards, and I have to fix all of that. So anyways, love y'all for watching. Thank you for being here and checking out this video. If you have any questions, hit me up. If you want to purchase anything that you saw in the video for a immediate fee, emails, phone numbers in the description too. Once again, thanks for being here, guys. I am surprised that I didn't get more questions, but love you for watching. I'll see you soon. Caleko out. Bye.